Hello, friends. My name is Lisa Hale, and I am a librarian in Texas. I am at Blackshear Elementary in the Klein Independent School District. And I have someone I want to introduce you to who seems to be hiding, but I think I can convince her to come out. Here she is. This is Henri. This is short for Henrietta, and I wrote a story about her that I would like to share, and I would also like to do a couple of activities with you. So let me first just put Henri right here beside me so she can watch, make sure I'm doing this right. And I'm going to grab the story, and let me just adjust my camera here so that you can see it on my iPad. And this is where I drew it and where I wrote everything, and also where the presentation is. So I have my copy already printed out, and I would love to read it to you if you have a few moments. Okay, here we go. This is Henri and Haley. Hello, friends. I am Henrietta. My friends call me Henri, though. I am friendly and love to tell stories. I also love to read and draw. I have a best friend. Would you like to meet her? Hello, friends. I am Haley. Henri is my best friend, and we do everything together. We have a lot in common. We love to tell stories, draw, and read. Henri and Haley met in a special way. Let's read their story. Henri sat on a long shelf at the store. She wanted to find a person to love her. She was the only one of her kind. Every other stuffy on the shelf was a solid color, and not one of them had a horn coming out of their forehead. One day, she was taken from the shelf along with hundreds of her other friends. She was carried to a school and placed on a table with a large sign in the library. Haley read the sign. Win a stuffy. Read 5 books. PTO. Haley, knowing that she wanted to read enough books to win a prize, spotted Henri on the table. She knew that she must read 5 books. She walked right up to Henri and introduced herself. You and I will be best friends. I'm going to read 5 books over the weekend so that you can come home with me, whispered Haley. Henri was so happy. She couldn't believe that Haley chose her over all the other stuffies. As soon as Haley arrived home from school, she went to her room and began reading her first book. She read until she was called down for dinner. She read after dinner and until bedtime. Saturday morning, she woke up and began reading her second book. She read her third and fourth books to her mom and dad. By Sunday evening, she had read 3 books from her bedroom library and 2 books she checked out from the school library. Early Monday morning, Haley asked her mom and dad to write a note for her to bring to school. Dear PTO, over the weekend, Haley read 5 books. She enjoyed the time she spent reading silently and to us. Thank you for this challenge. Sincerely, Mr. and Mrs. Hughes. Haley walked straight to the school library where she gave her note to the PTO. Her eyes lit up when she saw Henri on the table waiting for her. We are going to be best friends. We will draw, read, and write stories together, squealed Haley as she held her new stuffy tightly. And from that moment on, Henri and Haley began many, many adventures. The end. But not really, because boys and girls, there are more Henri and Haley stories to come. As a matter of fact, the next story is about an author who lives in my neighborhood, and she has twin daughters, and one daughter is a very, very special daughter because she has a bit of a disability, but we like to call it an ability, because let me tell you, this girl can do everything that she puts her mind to, and I wanted to honor her by writing another book. So the next book is about her, and her name is Sienna. And I want to just share with you a couple of activities. Here's Henry again. She's going to stand here while I get the supplies. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Henry. First of all, this is just a square, right? Just a plain frame. And I want to scoot my computer back just a little bit so that you can see. So we're going to do an activity inside here, okay? And it's going to involve 2 large triangles, a square, 2 small triangles, a rhombus, and a medium triangle. And believe it or not, all of these pieces together will fit into this square frame. And I will show you just how this is going to happen. We are going to start out with the large triangle, place it right here. And then we're going to grab our other large triangle and fit it right here. So you can see that we have a bigger triangle with these 2, and now we have a triangle left over here. And we still have 5 pieces left. So we're going to take the medium triangle and place it in this corner. And then one of the small triangles, place it in this corner right here. We're going to take the square and place it in that, on that part right there, in between the small triangle and the 2 large ones. Next, we have the tiny triangle again, and we're going to meet these points. You have the point of the triangle, the point of the square, and the point of this triangle. And now you have the point of the tiny triangle. And then all that's left is the rhombus that fits right in there. And as you can see, it is a perfect square that fits right inside the frame. And my husband made these for me for maker spaces in the library. And my students have loved doing these. They love to have races and all kinds of things with these. Now we're going to do another activity that involves a square, and it's a piece of paper, and it is origami. And the reason for that, let me just grab this. When I drew Henri and Haley, I decided to draw them in a little bit different way. Instead of a normal little girl and a unicorn, I decided to use shapes. And these are all hand-drawn, so they're not exactly squares or triangles or rhombuses, but they did inspire me to think about origami, which is something that I love to do. So here we go. We are going to do some origami. And the beauty of a video is that you can pause me at any time and try to figure out the origami and then go back to play, which is exactly how I learned how to do this. So I am going to just remove my puzzle pieces here. See if I can do it without dropping them. Okay, so you have your square piece of paper. And the first thing that you're going to do, and we do this here in Texas, we call it a hot dog fold. I don't know if you do that in Colorado. But we are going to hot dog fold the paper. So now you have a rectangle. See, you have a rectangle. But we want to open it back up to the square. Right here, okay? Then we're going to take the top point, and remember this crease right here? We're going to create a triangle. Let me move my camera down. So now you have a triangle, okay? And in origami, what we do to one side, we do to the other. So we're going to take the other side and do the same thing. We're going to create a triangle with it. So let me flip this over and show you. So we kind of have what looks like a house, right? Okay. Now we're going to take this side, and remember this crease right here in the center when we did the hot dog fold? We're going to do another hot dog fold, and we're going to meet the edge to the center. Okay. And of course, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now you have what kind of looks like a rocket. We're going to open this back up to where it looks like a house or a barn. And we're going to hot dog fold again, but we're going to go from this edge now to our new crease right here. Okay. So see, you have a crease here that we folded over to this new crease. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay. So you can see. And now we are going to turn this over. Right now, we're on this side where we can open the flaps, but we're going to turn it to the solid side. Okay? And we're going to turn it to the solid side. We're going to take this point here. We're going to fold it down to a triangle. You see how I did that? See, it was on the solid side. And then I folded it into a triangle. So you have a little corner here, little diagonal here. That's perfect. That's what you want. Okay, I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to fold this bottom part up to the point of the triangle. Like this. Right here. See how I took it and I folded it up right here to the point of the triangle. And we are almost done at this point. We just have a couple of more steps. Okay, see this right here? This piece, it's a square, but we're going to fold it down into a triangle. Okay, so now it is a triangle. I did not get that very straight. Let me try that again. Okay, that's a little bit better. So now it's a triangle, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, obviously. I folded it into a triangle. Okay, now we're going to turn it around back to this side. And do you see this piece and this piece right here? Right there, that's going to be her hair. This, we're making a little girl, and I'm going to fold it up into little triangles. See how I did that? Okay, now you're just going to take your marker. You're going to give her some eyes, and this is Haley. Give her some eyelashes. Okay. And we're going to give her her little heart-shaped mouth. And then you can go on to color her. And I'm just going to do one side of her hair because you get the idea. And I do see that I'm uneven with her hair. So let me fix that. That's a little bit better. So her hair goes down the side. and all in here. And I know I'm messy with this. I'm just trying to do it quickly so I don't take up so much time on the video. So here you have Haley. And let me see that other picture of her. Okay. So you have the Origami Haley, and you can even go back and add bows to her if you would like. Also, boys and girls, at the end of the story that I sent you, you have a place where you can print Henri and Haley and you can color them. And I'm also going to add a link where you can do a shape sorting that my friend Renee Torito did. And it's on the computer, and you just move the little pieces over with your finger or with your mouse, and then you can put them back. So it's super cool. She's very talented and shared her expertise with me. But I guess that's all the time that I have. It's been great. And Henri would like to give you a fist bump. And, oh, right there. She's very excited to have gotten to meet you. Boys and girls, stay safe and keep in touch with your friends. I know that we are living in a digital world right now, and I know that it will get better. But until now, keep up with your friends through emailing them or even writing them a letter and mailing them, and just letting everyone know how much you appreciate them. Okay? Bye for now.